Surprisingly, we get a lot of people from, I'd say, 50-mile radius joining that program. When we opened our doors in 2017, we started off with a few classes, very small ESL offerings, as well as a family literacy program, and our weaving class, as I mentioned, and also a cabinet making class. But since then, we've decided to make a commitment to short-term CTE courses, which hopefully get students from the classroom right into the workforce. And we are proud to launch the opening of some new courses, right, if you want to go ahead and switch the slide, which we started in the spring term. And so now we are focusing on a lot of computer tech type classes. So we're starting with a lot of the Cisco certifications. Our first one is our CCNA, our Network Associate Program, which we're just launched this spring, and hope to move into cybersecurity soon, as well as our CompTIA A+ certification exam, which is the basics of computer networking. We also offer now an Adobe Certified Associate certification, which is for somebody who wants to go in visual design specialization. And we are actually in the process right now, we're doing a pilot for our carpentry trades program. So we are now starting to work with the local carpenters union to hopefully create a pre-apprenticeship into their program. So we are slowly growing. So this is our success story right now, what we've been able to launch, and we have student success stories in the making. So I'm pretty sure next year when we're back here, we'll be able to hear from some of our students that are coming through our programs. If you have any further questions, feel free to come and ask or chat with me.
Thank you. And again, that's one of those exciting endeavors, because when we connected with the Carpenters Union and myself and Wanda, and we invited the other schools to come out, we did a really good roundtable with the carpenters out in Ontario. And they're very open and supportive of helping our programs become pre-apprenticeship programs, and also to help us adopting their approved curriculums, and they have materials to share with us as well. So, and we're doing that collaboratively, so it's not like it's just one. It's like the other schools have the opportunity to be a part of that as well. And that's one of those real big benefits of being in the consortium. So next up is Covina Valley, Tri-Community Adult Ed, Jamie Razzo, and Noella Dingito.
So Tri-Community is located in the city of Covina, and we're conveniently in between the 210 and the 10 freeway. So we attract students from a long ways away. And one thing that we're known for is our court reporting class. We're one of few court reporting schools in Southern California. And I don't know if you know this, but court reporters starting pay make $85,000 a year with no experience. So some of you may be thinking, how long does that take? Come by our booth and visit us, we'll tell you all about it. But court reporting, we also offer business and career tech pathways, HVAC, welding and electrician, and we do offer parent ed and child care, really great programs. We also offer Intro to Computers, Excel, and Word. And our high school diploma program, one thing that attracts students is our online courses. So it's great for working adults, adults that have children. So by attracting those online classes, we do get a ton of students. Right now we have about 390 for the adult diploma program. We also offer GED. And we have a GED prep course that is very successful. It has like a 99% rate of passing, so the prep class is very successful for them. And the ESL classes and citizenship, we've got about 190 students right now, so that program is growing by leaps and bounds. One thing that we're really proud of is our robotics. It's up and coming. We're developing courses for robotic arm for our welding courses. And we're excited to introduce plumbing coming up soon. So we have a lot of new courses that are coming up. So we're really proud of that. And Noelle's going to talk to us a little bit about some of our success.
Thank you, Jamie. I wanted to highlight one of our court reporters. Yeah, next slide. In our court reporting program, we have a student named Vivian Flores who started our program while she was in high school. So during 11th and 12th grade, she started the court reporting program. And she has about a year left to go, which means that by age 20, she will be a certified court reporter and earning, an income that could be possibly about $100,000 a year. So she's one of our highlights because she's so young, got in, got it done, and is ready to go out there and tackle things. When I talked to her, I asked her what drew you to court reporting. She said, well, it's super interesting to hear all the different stories that are going down in the courtroom, and also it's a great pay. So she is one of our pride and joy in the court reporting program. The program's about 2,300 hours total, about 3.5 to 4 years in length. And what's great about our program is that our teacher is actually a court reporter, working out in the field. And so he's got a nice hookup at his place where he can bring our students when they're ready and kind of introduce them into the world of court reporting so that they feel like they have an edge when they're ready to kind of move out into the big world. So that's Vivian, and we're proud of her. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to swing by our table afterwards.
Thank you. And I don't want to miss the point of throwing these terms out that got drilled into me. High wage, high growth, high demand careers. And the idea that we should focus on those in our career tech ed short-term vocational trainings. I do want you all to know that we are very in tune with employment projections. We just had we call it a cross-program meeting. We have people from across our work groups come together. We actually had that meeting at Covina Valley in December, and we had a presentation by Juan Millan from EDD, who's an employment market researcher, and he basically did about an hour-and-a-half presentation on the employment outlook for the area, where the jobs are, what the projections were through 2024. And again, we had the cross-section of instructors, leaders of our consortium, counselors, really hearing where the jobs are and where our energy should be focused in our programs. So I want you to know that that is very, very important and central to our operations and our planning as we move forward, that we are gearing ourselves for, or training our students for jobs that will be there for them, and that they will earn a sustainable wage. So next up is East San Gabriel Valley Regional Occupational Program, and we're gonna have Veronica Ceballos.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Veronica Ceballos. I'm with East San Gabriel Valley ROP, and I'm the Career Placement Specialist. Not only do we have, I'll be sharing with you today our post-secondary programs, but we also service 7 districts with our secondary programs in the high schools. At our location, we're in the city of West Covina. We offer our child development programs. We have our EMT Academy. We have our medical assisting programs. We offer a Microsoft Office Specialist program, or nursing assistant, which is our CNA program. Our newest program, which is pharmacy technician. Video production. Also, we offer an associate's program, and we're also a satellite campus for Pacific Oaks. We offer the bachelor program in child development. So our students can come in, get their child development certification, get their associates, and also come and take the bachelor's program there with us. I'm going to be sharing with you a story of one of our students. He's from our criminal justice program. His name is Gabriel Acero. So I'm going to read to you what his success story is. I've always had an interest in being part of the law enforcement field and have met with various entities, but the response has always been, due to my age, I will not be able to pursue a career in law enforcement. On August 21st, 2017, East San Gabriel Valley ROP and the local American Job Center provided me with the opportunity to train in criminal justice, and in January 2018, I earned the certificate of completion along with industry certifications with BSIS. I attended American Intercontinental University in 2001, but was faced with the closure of that school. I ended up with school loan debt that could not be repaid because I was not able to graduate and obtain a job. I lost my financial aid eligibility due to defaulted loans. I'm very thankful to the local American Job Center that covered the cost of my training at ESGB ROP. In addition, ROP's Pass It Along grant assisted me with additional support that saved me from becoming homeless. The grant paid for 2 months' rent and transportation assistance. I'm currently working in the security field, and I'm grateful to Ms. Evans, the ROPTC staff, and American Job Center for working together to make this possible. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Next up, our host campus, Hacienda La Puente Adult Education. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. I'm sorry, Valerie Clifford.
Good morning, everyone. So, obviously another culinary slide. This seems to be a theme of the day here. This is a snapshot of our newly renovated culinary kitchen, which we're very proud of. Many of us make our way over there throughout the day a few times. Okay, we have 3 campuses here at Hacienda La Puente. We have our Willow campus, which is primarily career technical education. We do offer ESL, adult basic education, adult secondary ed here on campus as well. We are a satellite site as well, and we are a testing center. These are a multitude of the programs that we offer. So as you can see, we have academic programs, which I just mentioned. We are unique in that our testing center accommodates all 3 California state-approved high school equivalency tests. So GED, HiSET, and TASK. So students can come to our campus, they can take high school equivalency preparation classes, and then they can actually test on campus. So again, referring to those on and off ramps that were discussed in the Educate and Elevate video, we have a lot of those for students in our community. Okay, we also offer ESL classes, a multitude of ESL classes at all of our sites, and citizenship classes as well. We have a great partnership with Asian Americans Advancing Justice, and we do citizenship workshops, which are also often open to the community as well. For career technical ed, I don't know that I'm going to list all of these for you. You can see them, and if you have more questions after, please come over to the blue table here with the mugs. Please take a mug if you'd like. But we have a multitude of programs, again, short-term career technical education training, high demand, high wage jobs. Adults with disabilities is also a shining star here at Hacienda La Puente Adult Ed, and we want to give a shout out for the excellent catering that happened today through our IRS Innovative Rehab Services program. The students are always busy on campus. They're also working in our cafeteria as well. There are 4 special programs with IRS: building maintenance, food service, landscape gardening, and the production workshop, which is very special. Moving on to our student success story. As you can see, all right, okay, back on. So we also have an Associate of Applied Science degree here for licensed vocational nursing. So students can participate in 2 different tracks. They can do regular kind of LVN certification and then move into work. They can also then choose to go into our applied science degree as well. So the student success story that we have for you today deals with one of our students, Yvette Varela. This is a very cool story. So we have such a diverse population in adult education, as you know. Yvette had graduated from high school. She had gone into college, actually. She'd made it into university, but she really wasn't doing well there. The classes were overwhelming for her. She felt like she didn't get a lot of support, and it just wasn't a fit. So she kept stopping and starting, tapping into financial aid, exhausting more of her financial aid, then leaving, kind of supporting herself through low-wage jobs. So nothing against In-N-Out, but she was working at In-N-Out, making $13.50 an hour, and not really seeing much of a future, feeling discouraged because of her lack of success at university. She decided, because she did have some courses under her belt, she decided that she wanted to come to our program to take LVN classes. When she found out that we also offered an AS degree, she was very excited about that because she had the opportunity to complete her college education there. So she went through a program. It took her a year. She passed with flying colors, passed her state board immediately upon graduation, got the heck out of In-N-Out Burger, and is now working at Casa Colina as a licensed LVN. I spoke to her on the phone a couple of weeks ago, and she just has such happiness in her voice. She says that she has found her passion. She loves working with the developmentally disabled and people with spinal cord injuries, and she's just really, really thrilled. At this point, she has a lot of motivation, so her plan is to continue on that pathway and do a bridge to the RN program. So that's what's exciting. You know, our students have the opportunity to transform their lives when they touch the adult school campus, and it takes a village. And so these are some of the exciting things that are going on, and we so appreciate everybody being here today and all of our partners for coming out as well.
Thank you. Thank you. And I don't want to miss that opportunity to say that Hacienda La Puente is definitely one of our movers and shaker campuses. The EDD is going to be co-located here very soon, as well as the, I want to say it right, the Goodwill AJCC, correct? Goodwill is going to be co-located here as well, and they've renovated office space. And I heard, I see you guys in the back. When are they coming in? What's the ETA?
April grand opening. Date to be determined, but we're almost there.
Okay, all right. And so that is to service our region. And so we will definitely encourage our partner schools to be aware that is here, but we're also encouraging our AJCC partners to reach out and establish stronger connections with each of our campuses, and that hopefully we can build that co-location or visitation relationship at all of our sites. Okay, next up is Pomona. And Pomona, we have two presenters. Mr. Miguel Vasquez. Okay, you have to introduce this young lady again, Ms. Columbia.
Miguel Vasquez and Sandra Duque. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for the opportunity. Okay, so we represent Pomona Adult and Career Education. And we just literally hear of our machinist class, which is very successful in our community. They love this class. We get a lot of, it's in great demand in our community. So the classes that we offer, or the programs we offer at our school are, of course, financial aid, job and career readiness programs, career counseling. In the academic programs, we offer a high school diploma, and also along, with the high school diploma, which is, a regular lab where students come and work payroll, like you all know. We also have introduced a computerized high school diploma program through Apex, and it's becoming really successful. Students are really taking advantage of this program, and they are graduating in no time. It's really effective. We love it. We also, of course, prepare our students for GED, and soon we are going to be introducing the high set. So we'll be offering 2 ways of acquiring a high school equivalency diploma. Adult basic education, of course, and a range of ESL classes and citizenship classes as well. Under the career technical education, we still offer, like I said before, the machinist program, Master Camp, which is the next to the CNC. Cosmetologist, which is great program, barbering. Under office occupations, we offer secretary, executive assistant, word processor, typist, office assistant, clerk typist, accounting clerk, general office receptionist. We also offer under health programs, the medical insurance, the billing and coding, medical assistant, and also apparel and design for people who would like to go and learn how to sew. Our success story, it's hard to tell. In adult education, to me, almost a student is a success story over there. We have one over here with us, Sandra Duque. Actually, she moved from Maryland. She's from Colombia, moved from Maryland, found out about our school, started taking classes, and now she's part of our staff. So she's a very success story for us, as well as Mira Rizzo and her children. This is her photo over here. Mira came to the U.S. from Mexico at the age of 3, and now she's 34. She's a single mom and also takes care of her ill mother. She needed to quit high school because her financial support in the family was very important. Came to school in 2017, and she worked in the APEX program to achieve her high school diploma, just like I was mentioning before. She's one of those success stories in that capacity. So she accomplished her goals and finished the high school diploma program in January 2018, and of course we're very proud of her. Mira has expressed that she wants to register now for the medical insurance billing and coding program that we offer at our school. And that's all for us. Thank you very much for the attention.
Thank you. Miguel, who's your black female cosmetology instructor? What's her name?
Brenda.
Brandy. Brandy. So I was visiting their cosmetology program a couple of weeks ago, and Brandy was telling me that she actually completed her diploma at an adult school, and she attended Roland. And so I was really surprised that I said, wow, the co-chair of our consortium is the director for the program at Roland. And she said, yeah, she was a teen mom, and she had moved to the area. She had dropped out of high school where she was and ended up going to Roland to take classes to get her GED. She went on and got that and then moved on to another campus to get her cosmetology certification. She practiced, and now she's an instructor over at Pomona. And so I'm always interested in just talking to people, and if they're working in careers that I think our schools may have trained them for, and it's always to find out their background. Or I met another parent who's a nurse, who's completing her RN, who started off here at Hacienda La Puente. She's getting her BSN right now. And she told me about how much the counselors and instructors helped her right here at HLP. And when you meet people in your everyday life, you understand what we do is very real, and that we really do help change the lives of people. Moving on, it's a good segue to Roland, Adult and Career Ed, and we got a battle going on here. Joe Maraglia is going to present on Roland and give you an overview on their offerings.
Good morning, welcome. Roland is a small district, but a very mighty district, and we have a fearless leader, which is Rocky. We offer a variety of programs, as other adult schools do, and we're very happy to hear that we helped Brenda achieve her career in life, and that we were a part of that process. We offer programs for the high school diploma program, as you can see, equivalency, ESL. ESL is our biggest program at our school, primarily Asian American. We offer classes both in the morning and at night. We also have distant learning for our ESL students, and those are held on Saturday. We have citizenship classes, again, both in the morning and at night. Older adult education for people who are in a facility to house them during the daytime while the parents are at work. We also have recreation classes for young people as young as 3 or 4 years old on up to teenagers. And finally, we have the fee-based classes, and a variety from photography to yoga to Pilates to computer science, and we just try to offer a wide variety of fee-based classes. This is our success story. It's a young lady who is going to be principal for a day, be recognized next week at our event. And Ms. Hernandez came to us from Mexico. She had a degree, or has a degree, in engineering, got a high school diploma in her country, but as you know, she needs that high school diploma here. And so she's attending our night school and trying to achieve the goal of getting her high school diploma. She currently works at Winchell's Donuts in Hacienda Heights, but she's looking forward to going on to Mount SAC next year, as she will graduate this year. Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, next up and last presentation for our schools, Dr. Tammy Pearson for Mount SAC School of Continuing Ed.
Very good. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Tammy Pearson. I'm the Associate Dean of Career Education and Workforce Development at School of Continuing Education at Mount SAC. Thank you. That's a one breath thing. So thank you all very much for coming today. We know how much your time is valued and how many other things you have to do. So again, we really appreciate you being here. This is the important stuff that we're doing and why we're trying to do all these things. I just want to give a shout out to some of the people from Mount SAC here, and I think they're all right here. While myself and Madeline, my boss, we're like, go and have these things done. These are the ones that get it done and do all the work with the students. So we have Renu Katosh, Yvette Centillion, did I say it right? Close. And Shelley Ladisaw, who all work within the School of Continuing Education. So you've heard most everything today from the other districts, and we pretty much do all the same things that they do. Let's go over a couple things real quick. Adult education, basic education, our high school diploma programs, and for those who just need to improve their skills, literacy skills. English as a second language, our ESL, citizenship. VESSL, our vocational ESL programs, those are growing. We're trying to give students career skills to get into jobs at the same time while they're learning English, so it's a contextualized program. Education for older adults, huge. If you guys read papers, that population is growing, so we have a couple programs within that. The first one is just healthy aging, helping those seniors who want to go and do like computer skills or actually do some physical activity courses. But there's also a growing area for older adults in terms of vocational reentry. They've retired and they either need to supplement their income or some need to go back to work. So we're really proud of that, and the Adults with Disabilities are one of the largest programs in the state as our Adults with Disabilities as well. As a kind of give you a little bit of context, Mount SAC, largest community college in the state of California. I hear the largest community college west of the Mississippi. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're huge. We have around 60,000 students during the year. Is that right, Don?
Actually, Rodney, you said 70,000 on that one chart.
Oh, that's a good proportion.
70,000.
70,000. We've grown overnight. And the School of Continuing Education is the fourth largest in the state of California and growing. We have community education, so the fee-based programs, things like makeup and motorcycle class. And then also within that, we have contract education. How many are not like necessarily in the workforce development part, but have like a separate business? You do some work in the area. No hands? Thank you. One hand. Contract education, what we do is we go into the businesses if they need to train their employees to do something, learn Excel, and they want to train all their employees that, or learn how to drive a forklift, we go in and provide that training. So there's that connection with our business partners as well. And then the growing program, the thing that we've talked a lot about today, are the CTE programs. We have over 40 certificates. I'm not going to list them all, and we have over 200 courses. You can go into all of our material. I'm sure you guys have that, and you can look at that stuff. But one of the things that we really do with that, and it's been mentioned earlier, is we really want to make sure we're being responsive to the local economy and to the local market and to the businesses. So what we really look at with anything we start is what's going on and do we need to do that. One of the things we just started that came out of that is a manufacturing program. And James here, we worked with Goodwill, and we'd asked the county to start a manufacturing program because a business had moved in. They were looking for employees, for workers. And as we look, there's more and more that need manufacturing workers. So we started this program based on the demand and the need that came from the community to us. So we're really going, you can go to the next page. So we're really excited about all of our programs, and again, it's here to meet your needs and to really work on those pieces. Here's one success story, I'll let you read that. There's another success story that I want to talk about because this is a reminder as to why we do what we do, and we've got to hear some great stories today from our students. That's why when we go through our day-to-day stuff and we get aggravated and frustrated with all the other stuff that gets put in our way, we come back to these. While you're reading that one, we had a student who was in our welding program and taking that and was working at the same time, learning skills and started to get some more job responsibility. Went to his boss one day because he needed a day off to go do something else. Went to his boss one day saying, I need a day off. The boss thought he was going to go look for another job because he'd been improving these skills. That day his boss goes, I'll give you $1 raise. So got $1 raise. He's like, okay, I'm staying here, I'm not getting another job, but thank you very much, but I still need a day off. Continued in the welding program. A couple months later, during that time, started again taking on more and more responsibility at work, using some of the tools and machines that hadn't been used in a while because people didn't know how to use them. After a couple more months, got another $5 an hour raise. So if you think about that, that's $6 an hour within a couple months. When you multiply that out, just that number, that's nearly $1,000 more a month. I don't know where he started, but $1,000 more a month, that's not only changing his life, it's changing the life of his family members, it's changing the life of his kids, it's changing the community. That's what we really want to do, right? We want to change the lives of our students, our families, and the community. And the great part about the regional consortium, you've seen a lot of the success stories saying they want to go to Mount SAC, is making those pathways for those students that, yep, we're here now, we may go to work, but we want to end up at Mount SAC. For us, it's at Mount SAC. If you want to get to four-year college, we're going to help you there, or we're going to help you go and change your life and your family's life and your community's lives. So again, thank you all for being here. I'm going to turn it over to Ryan, but you all are helping us do what we want to do and what we need to do for our students, so thank you.
Thank you. All right, partners. I mentioned earlier about these 3-year plans, and we're at the end of our first 3-year plan cycle. And we're funded by something called the Adult Education Block Grant. And just kind of go off the rails for a second, is to say that I felt like after my career and watching the ups and downs of adult ed that when the block grant came around and people saw this 3-year plan and they kept seeing the word grant, that like, okay, is this grant going to end? What's going to happen? But now, after people really started to understand that, no, this is an allocation. This is an allocation. What you do is important. It's ongoing. We know you need to regroup, and that's what's happening. We regrouped. I felt like that first 3 years was regrouping. Are you really here? Are you going to stay? We're going to stay because our communities need us. They need what we do. But we also have to recognize what kind of got us here. We have a lot of schools that may have operated in isolation. We didn't have really good community connections, or they were very personal. They weren't regional. A lot of times our elected officials didn't necessarily know the work that we did. And I do want to just take a moment to thank our elected official